One Day, the series where I like to attempt to progress my Fortnite battle pass to completion within 24 hours. In some seasons it's been difficult, other times impossible, but is it possible in Fortnite Lawless? Well, the answer to that question will become painfully apparent very early into the challenge. Usually I would start this challenge with some games of Team Rumble, but this season, because of poor queue times for the mode, I switched things up and used bot lobbies instead. Prior to the stream, I had made a spreadsheet focusing on easy quests to complete in my first match, calculating that I should be able to get about 6 levels in game 1 alone. Did I manage that? No, actually. But I did get 29. After that very successful first game of the night, I now had the V-Bucks required to purchase the Battle Pass. Pause. Did you spot the mistake in this? No? Well, I was an idiot and purchased the Battle Pass without using a supporter creator code. Don't do this. Pop in a code to support your favorite creator. If you want to use mine, pop in code IT'sMeGoro, #ad, #EpicPartner. Not only was the bot lobby approach successful for game 1, but it continued its success into game number 2, as I did basically the exact same thing that game to reach level 39. Game 3 slowed down just a little bit to hit level 45 by the end of it, mainly because I was too focused on babysitting my girlfriend that I got myself killed and had to get her to reboot me. That's not to say that this match was unsuccessful though, as I did manage to rob a jewelry store, hit some snipes, and hire an NPC. Game 4 was spent tossing thermite onto cars, though I did find out that Brutus's minigun was unbolted this season apparently. Game 5 is where things started to slow right the way down, though that is reasonable as I had already gained 52 levels out of the 100 total in just the first 4 games. Like the first 4 games, I spent game 5 in bot lobbies, now with Dawn joining the party. After game 5, Dawn went back to playing Cobblemon, while my girlfriend and I played some Fortnite Festival for a couple of games. We mostly focused on getting a few kickstart and weekly challenges done before Roshni hopped off Fortnite as I moved to Reload for game number 8. This game was spent on the new Slut Rush map, as I focused on travelling distance and searching containers to complete some simple quests. Dawn then rejoined the party for game 9 on the Venture map, where we searched some more containers and visited a few different POIs. Game 10 in the Oasis was focused on just finishing my name location quest before we would move into a different mode. Except for the fact that Dawn had never played on the Slut Rush map, so we hopped into one last reload game together, somehow pulling together a victory. After the success of game 11, we hopped into the toy box to test out how good creative XP was at the time, and spoiler alert, we left after getting just 1 level because the XP was kinda mid. Once we had left the toy box, we moved into OG to complete some quests relating to vending machines, pistol damage, and dancing at banned locations. In game 14, I landed at Lucky Landing, and in game 15, I hopped back into Battle Royale doing some map discovery and causing some mayhem on a motorbike in game 16. Game 17 had me spending and collecting gold for my milestone quests, which is fairly simple in the current season due to the abundance of gold veins and vaults. Game 18 was also spent doing some milestones before Dawn returned for game 19. We went into a quick game together to hire an NPC before it was 3 AM, and time for the staple of this series. At 3 AM, I grabbed myself a page out of my notebook and using a Sharpie, drew an Among Us imposter on it. I used a sticker and a rubber band to hold the paper onto my potion, and I did the unthinkable. I drank the undrinkable. I had an Among Us potion at 3 AM. Nothing special really happened in game 20, as by this point we were mostly relying on milestone quests and playtime XP. Though in game 21 we somehow won on 300 ping after the other person somehow managed to blow themselves up with the exotic RPG. Game 22 was certainly something, like, just watch.
Oh my god, that actually saved me.
Why did that work? Why did the porta cover actually...
That worked. Oh, wait, I got an Xbox message. It's in a different language. That Squaz is very smart.
The next few games after this was mostly just porta cover insanity until game 25, where we killed Fletcher Kane at this portal and completed some more of my gold milestone. In Game 27 I started working on some storyline related challenges, continuing those through to Game 28 and 30 as well. Dawn showed me a creative map that was supposedly really good for XP, though it didn't do much for me at all, nor did Lego in Game 32. OG Fortnite would be our last source of XP, as searching supply drops and visiting different locations would push me closer than ever to achieving my goal. I reached level 98 in Game 34 by simply being carried by Blue Pillow Pet and Dawn, who saved Blue. Game 35 was tedious. I did everything I could, and got every bit of XP possible. And finally, after 12 hours of Fortnite, I loaded into Game 36, which got me to level 100 by landing. And that, people, is how I unlocked Sub-Zero in Fortnite in sub-1 days. If you enjoyed this video and would like to see more, I have a playlist with 6 other videos just like this. And for people who would be interested in watching the full challenge unfold, One Day Lawless as well as 7 of the other 16 one days are available to watch in full on my VODs channel, which is linked in the description of this video. Thank you for watching, and until next time, I'll see you in black space.